What's up, everyone? I am here. I'm so sorry. I'm late. I was supposed to be here at 6 p.m., but my computer was a little bit, it was uploading. My hair is a mess right now, so excuse me for my hair. But, anyways, I'm just here trying to discuss about karmic relationships and karmic ties and the difference between twin flames and all of them. I was one of the people that experienced it and is very, very toxic. One of the things that I've learned through this experience is that sometimes we need to gain our personal values and our self love. If we don't love ourselves, we're never going to be able to overcome the addiction of a karmic relationship. Karmic relationships are usually like it's like a deep connection that you feel that is highly addictive instead of being a relationship that you love this person, you're close with them and stuff like that is a whole different type of thing. These type of relationships are very abusive. It's always a one-sided love. And I'm here to discuss about this situation because a lot of people confuse twin flames, karmic ties, and karmic relationships in general. And honestly, it's nothing like neither of them. Um, a twin flame journey is mostly based on friendship. And it takes time for it to build and turn into love. And sometimes they're not really feeling the same way as you. Like they do have feelings, but it's like it's different for everyone. And I always believe that twin flame is based on self-love, your self-worth, and self-value in general. And one of the things I learned from this type of relationship, I mean, I never been in a twin flame relationship, but I am on the journey of it. And he was my best friend, and I'm not discussing about him right now. And I am, like the stuff I learned from the journey is basically based on self love. And, half of the time, sometimes people that end up in that kind of relationship is usually like an on and off relationship, but there's a connection in between. And sometimes it's hard to let go. And that's the pain when you let someone go, that it's like basically your own self, you just feel a certain way. And to be honest with you, you just have to learn that this person is not good for you. If they're not good for you and it's not what you desire, if you desire some kind of commitment or whatever, like the best thing is to let it go. Letting go, surrender, because it's a lesson. And one of the lessons I've learned is that we have to let go. When there's a toxic situation, we have to let them go. And it's a very hard thing to do. It's very painful, but also there's also past life connections that can be a little bit painful. So like they're all soulmates, but each of them are different. The karmic ties are a little bit different, like from what I've learned. Karmic ties are like kind of like the twin flames. And it could be either bad or a good relationship. It can go either or. And these type of relationships are also very, very painful. And they're karmic, but it's like I said, it can go either way. And sometimes it feels like it's a twin flame when really it's not. It's just, you have a soulmate. You probably feel the same feelings they're feeling. And it kind of camouflages as a twin flame. And it's like I said, twin flame is not what everyone thinks that, oh, it's the best relationship. Oh, it's based on love. It's mostly based on friendship. Karmic ties, it is a romantic type. And it's also as painful as twin flames from my experience, not everyone's experience is the same. And these relationships is like I said, it can go either or. And it's still a tough one, but at the same time, like, you choose whoever you want to be, but we're all meant to be with someone. And this is the reason why self-love is very important. And oh my god, I'm sorry, my hair is so messed up and I'm like not really in my brightest side. But anyways, these type of relationships, especially the karmic in general, like, when they turn out to be a bad one, like, it's a very addictive relationship because you do have a connection with this person, but this person, like, it's really a one-sided love. And when this happens, this is when the pain goes overbearing because we give so much, but we don't get anything in return. And when this happens, you gotta let the person go. But due to the fact that the person that you have this connection with, be aware that it's very artificial. It's not even the real freaking thing. Like, in your minds, this is the person you're meant to be and all that stuff, but it's not true, because the real thing is when you have a spiritual connection with someone. And usually karmic relationships are mostly sexual, and they're not really what we really want. And I've been in that situation, kind of. I mean, not really sexual, but it was more emotional, emotional codependency. And when you deal with this kind of situation is very hard because you don't want to let go because, oh my God, what's going to happen when I'm by myself? I'm going to go through a deep depression, but you don't realize that you're hurting yourself by being a codependent with this karmic relationship. So, um, mind you, I'm drinking Bailey's, guys, because this is not an easy topic to talk about. I really don't want to talk about it, but I want to share my experience with you guys. I'm not going to say every single thing, but I do want to share my experience because I did went through a karmic relationship before, and is highly addictive. It turns into a point that you just want to keep going and forgiving the person over and over again, when really this is the thing about codependency comes from parents when either the mom or the dad abandons the child. So we grow up with this pain and we end up with this pain in general. And the point is that we need to heal this because right now we need to focus on present and future. Right now we need to realize that we're grown adults, that you know, we have to make the change. We need to do what we didn't do in the past. Like, me, for example, after I experienced a karmic relationship, I went through two karmics. The first one was a guy that I dated and, well, not dated, it was long distance. I was only 17 years old and this guy was like my addiction. I always wanted to talk to him every day. We both were the same, stuff like that. He was a very like handsome guy and all that stuff. And basically the attraction between me and him was mainly physical. It was not spiritual. So what happened was that over the time, like over like a year, I started feeling this empty feeling, this feeling of guilt, shame, and all that kind of stuff, this hatred inside of me. And all of a sudden, I realized that he did something that I didn't want to do. So I didn't want him to do that because it was very risky. And he literally, had to date this older woman and all that stuff. And I didn't agree with it. And because I was young, I got angry at him. I found pictures of him with her together and stuff like that. And it hurt me really deeply. So my anger, the story behind my anger is the fact that, I was cheated on. Basically, that's cheating, lying, hiding. Hiding from the truth is still a lie, guys. And, you know, um, this man was older than me, and he was like about 5 years older than me. So, of course he's going to be smarter than me. I was only 17. And this was the what contributed my depression ever since I've been very sick. And, after I healed and had a good time, like I was going through a process of healing because, like I'm a big fan of Aaron Carter, and that was like my inspiration to heal myself, and a lot of stuff happened that, I was a very happy person, and then all of a sudden, like I just started feeling like, like, geez, like I want to date someone like him. He's like so kind and all this and all that stuff. Why can't I find someone that I can date like that? So it's funny because I made a wish when I was 13 years old, and I said that I wanted to date someone like him. Well, I got my wish, and it was turned out to be bad because the guy ended up getting married with someone else behind my back. He dated this woman. He didn't tell me anything about it. And he married her for business reasons, for his green card. So it's like, like this really hurt me a lot because I went through a phase that I just didn't want to talk. I was sleeping. I was mute for like almost a week. I wasn't even talking. I was in a state of shock, because I mean, I was only a 17 years old girl, and I was always this girl that, that I would believe everything people told me. And that's one of the things. Not everyone is going to tell you the truth. Everyone is gonna lie to you. Everyone is gonna say some shit that you don't want to hear, and that you want to hear. Everyone is busy telling other people what they want to hear, but they don't want to, they always deny the truth. And that's one of the things that hurt me deeply because he was not honest. And when I told him, please don't do it, he didn't really listen to me. And um due to the fact, that I loved him supposedly, and I just started experiencing the same things over and over again because of the fact that I was not healed from this experience, and I ended up in relationships that were not healthy. I went through stalking. I went through a relationship that, he stalked the shit out of me, that he stole all my accounts. I had to put a restraining order. It was ridiculous. And I was not even really like I don't know. I was just looking for the person that I desired, and for some reason, I never found him because sometimes we don't realize who is the person that you're meant to be because we're so stuck in pain that we don't even see it. One of my best friends told me that my soulmate was right under my nose. And you know what? I'm still dealing with this situation. And she was actually right. And I was like, you know what? I need to make a change. I can't be doing this anger every day. I can't be angry and mad at the world when people betray me, because betraying me for lies and other people and stuff like that, it really triggers my anger. I've been dealing with anger issues ever since I've dealt with that. I am not myself, but I I had no choice but to deal with the anger. I had to grow out of it. I can't be forcing anyone to change their ways. I can't tell people not to like do what you don't want them to do because you're going to be hurt, the best thing to do is just surrender, and one of the things that contributed me into being in this karmic relationship is the fact that, I wanted to heal and I couldn't find the person that I wanted to heal with. But the thing is that this codependency becomes addictive, that you just want to stay in a toxic relationship. So, how I overcame it was standing my ground. I didn't do a good job because I rushed into another relationship while the stalker was stalking me. And, like this was like the worst thing ever that I ever did. And the reason why I did it is because I wanted to escape from the prison of pain. And, I cared about the person, but it never was like very deep, 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 very deep. And over time, I tried. I was, a good person. I was always there. I was always fighting for my relationship because my parents didn't even allow him. And I was always like there for that person. But one little mistake that you do, they always want to hate you for it. Just because I didn't go to the hospital and went to go see them, mind you, I wasn't feeling good, one. And two, I was, it was in the middle of the night. It was dark. Okay. It was dark when it was getting dark, and I didn't want to go out because it's very dangerous in this neighborhood. But to him, I was the bad one. I wasn't there for him, but he's forgetting everything I did for him. I left my home because of him. In fact, I'm dealing with homelessness now because the reason why I'm not even homeless right now is because of the fact because Corona. But once Corona is over, that shit's gonna affect me because I'm not gonna have a place. Um, I'll have to go to court and go through all that. And honestly, I don't want to go through all that because luckily I found my roommate, which is my best friend when I was a kid. She is a very awesome person, and I trust her because she was the only female friend that I ever trusted. And honestly, I lost my friendship with this girl, and I finally reconnected with her. And my plans is to move out, because I am not gonna go through all that. It's gonna be hell. And because of me letting go of my stability where I lived my home, I went and left with the guy. But he doesn't even see that. He doesn't see that. And honestly, I had no choice but to let him go because he doesn't understand. He's still having grudges. He still thinks that I'm the worst person in the world because I did not go to the hospital when he was sick. And he doesn't realize, he doesn't remember the times that I was cooking for him. He doesn't remember the times that I was there when he was throwing up and sick as hell. He forgot about all of that, and I'm always the person that I'm always the bad person. And it's time for the blame game to be over because you know what? Despite the fact that I couldn't go see him at the hospital, what about the times that I was there? What happened? What happened to the times that I was there, supporting you in every type of way? And even your bad behavior, I fucking supported, And honestly, this is the reason why I don't take any freaking relationship that if your behavior is fucking shitty, I'm not gonna take that shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up, you're doing fucking wrong, and you need to fix that situation. But as usual, it's always the woman. It's always the freaking woman, And it's like, this is a karmic situation too, because sometimes these relationships, they're lessons They're most of the time they're lessons, and when they're lessons, they're karmic. And this is what helps you grow, and realize, damn, my worth is more important than these guys that I've dated. And as a woman growing up without a father and a single mother that worked, it was not something that I desired. I grew up alone with just posters on my wall. Everything I did, I earned it. My mother used to buy me everything, but the cost of it was loneliness, and due to the fact that I grew up by myself, a responsible teenager, I was always paying my mom's bills for her. It wasn't my money, it was hers, but I had to do the little errands. I had to do food shopping. I was a freaking teenager as an adult. By the time I turned 18, I was like fed up, and I rebelled and I was very angry. I never cared about anyone or their feelings. I would just yell, scream, slam at everything, the computer, the freaking TV, everything I would see, I would just blow up and just break it and not even care. So, that was me when I was like really, really young. And it was almost coming back again. I was feeling a lot of anger. And right now, as of now, like I don't even feel the anger. I'm just feeling the pain. The pain of what happened to me, the pain that I was left out in the cold. So, it kept happening repeatedly, the same events. And, as a teenager, I was always like independent. I was always looking for something to do. I was always doing my scrapbooking, poems, and all kind of stuff. But I lost my inspiration due to a karmic relationship. So, um, and I was dealing with a lot of stuff. And one of the things that I always advise people when it comes to karmics, you have to understand that everything is all an illusion. This is not really the real love and the real, oh my God, feeling that you feel about this person. This is mostly codependency. And codependency this is worse than drugs, honestly. Because codependency, you're freaking in an abusive situation. I mean, drugs, you abuse yourself, but freaking when it comes to freaking love, like you're letting go an opportunity on someone that could give you better love because of this karmic piece of shit. And sorry for my freaking words, but it's the truth. Sometimes you don't even realize that your soulmate's right there. And one of the things that people need to understand is they need to heal. They need to heal this situation because this situation is very addictive. And this happens when you have lack of self-love and also abandonment issues. And I experienced abandonment issues. I was very close with my father, and there's a lot of pictures of me and my father together, and I look exactly like my father, mind you. I have the same thing as my father, the same joy that he feels when he's happy. That's me. And I'm like when I lost my father, it was very hard because he was like my inspiration. He will always like put headphones for me. When I was a baby, I had headphones, and he was always DJing and doing all his instruments and all that shit. Like he used to do drums. Like he used to drum, and he used to like be funny. He still does it. Like he's always singing and freaking making fun of the celebrities, random freaking celebrities. It's so so freaking hilarious. He is a freaking full of joy and humor. And he's also bipolar. So it's like, I kind of grew up and I was like, wow, I had no idea my father was bipolar. And this is what contributed his addictions. And I realized that the abandonment, it was not just him. It was just the fact that he didn't love himself. How can he love his daughter if he can't even love himself? So, we became very distant, and like right now I have a hard time trying to connect with him because I never had that connection as a little girl, like 7 and 8. Like he was always doing drugs and all kind of shit, so like when I finally reconciliated with him a couple of years ago back in 2017, he tried to tell me and give me advice and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, you are not the person to give me advice because you don't even follow your own advice. And I just rebelled. But you know what? He's my father. I had to listen to his advice. I was in his house and stuff like that. But right now, I'm spending some time for myself and I'm actually on hermit mode. Usually to Fridays, I'm always working, I'm always not working. Well, I do work on art, but I'm always spending time with friends on on Twitch. The people that actually supported me on Twitch, I still communicate with them and they're awesome people. And I always support their channels. So, today I'm just not in that mood. So, I'm going through a lot of pain, and this is why I wanted to talk about it because one, I can express myself, and two, I can like teach everyone about karmics. Karmic ties and stuff like that, they're not very good. And one of the things to walk away from that situation is to gain your willpower of letting go. And that's the tough part. So, the hardest thing is to let go because sometimes we want to keep someone permanent, but some people are not permanent. Some people is there for you to learn your lessons, the lessons that you need to learn to be independent, and this codependency situation is mainly, like I said, due to the fact because of abandonment issues. And one of the things that we need to learn is to trust ourselves, not the other person. If we have a feeling of something, just act on it or just reevaluate the situation. One of the things I learned that, whenever I feel there's something off, instead of arguing with the person that, oh, you're lying, you're not saying the truth, instead of confronting them, I mean, they're not going to change. They're always going to say no. You know, Instead of confronting the situation and arguing with them every day in disharmony because you feel a certain way, but they're telling you the opposite. This means that you really got to surrender, because if you feel this way that someone is freaking hiding something from you, dude, you either let go or talk about it. And if the person's not listening to you, like, you just gotta let go because they don't understand your pain. This is why it's important for you to have communication in every single relationship. You don't have to give them all your freaking private shit and all that shit. You don't have to give them all of your fucking accounts and shit like that. You don't need to do all that kind of shit. What you need to do is have communication. And a lot of people hide stuff from you, and I was one of them. I hid some stuff, but you know why I hid some stuff? I had my reason. And it was not cheating or any of that shit. I was hiding it because of shame. And sometimes people don't even earn that trust in order for you to actually speak up. And when you don't earn that trust, people get so upset, overly upset, but in the end they didn't really um earned it. So and like there's some people that you tell them the truth and they just run from it. You're not supposed to run from the truth. You're supposed to face your truth. And if you can't face the truth, then don't expect loyalty, because even the person that you love the most, you need to tell them straight up, look, this is happening, or I feel this certain way, or you don't tell the person what you need to do. You just tell them, I feel this certain way, and if they don't understand what that means, then the best thing is to let it go. I always say that the person that's meant to be for you, they will understand. And if they don't understand that situation, that you are, sensitive to this situation, or they don't understand your traumas or even your life, you cannot expect them to always understand because they're not in your shoes. One of the things I learned was that being in a karmic situation was, one, it's addictive. Two, it feels like it's meant to be, but it's not. Three, you're supposed to not expect. You should always let go of expectations. And one of the things that contributed my pain is the expectations from people. I always expected people to be a certain way, and not everyone has the same kind of discipline as you. Maybe there's some people that got to learn from their own mistakes, but most of the time you have to let that go. You cannot be that person trying to correct people. You don't need to teach anyone about anything. You just need to be that person that, you're there for the person, but you're not supposed to tolerate a certain behavior, and if you don't like it, you let them know, look, I don't like this behavior, this and that, and just let them be, and sometimes, it's very painful, people's actions, most of the time. And whenever I deal with people like that, I just let them go. I let them go. And it's not like I let them go and just be like, I'm going to find someone else. No, I don't do that. I just surrender the situation and be like, you know what? They need time for themselves. I need time for me. I need to be on hermit mode. But apparently, most of the relationship I experience, they don't understand what aloneness is. They don't understand on how to be alone or how to be patient, because they just want to rush on freaking sex and all kind of shit. Like, that's not me. That's not me. And then they just end up going with another girl because they just want sex, and they just go and expect that the girl is going to give them their all. But it turns out that they're karmics. You get your own karma for being impatient. And the rule of, there's a spiritual law, which is karma. And the spiritual law says one of the things you need to learn is to be patient. One of the lessons is that you need to be patient. And if you're not patient, don't expect people to be patient for you, because it's not going to happen. If you have not earned it, you need to actually work on your patience. And not everyone is fast, not everyone rushes, like not everyone want to rush on anything. I was one of the people that, I was like, I wanted a relationship. I always did, like long term, but I didn't understand that in order to build a long term relationship, you need to be patient, like super duper patient, one. And two, like, you can't expect. The expectations is what I learned. And I've always knew that being impatient in a relationship was never good. But my problem was the expectations. But I was always attracting those types. That was always impatient. And this is what led my breakup. Um, all of my breakups is due to impatience. And honestly, I am not like very happy about it. They all left me, and they knew that I had abandonment issues, and they never even cared. They never cared. They just left and just run their mouth and not even care. Listen to what everybody else is saying and all kind of shit when they don't even know who I am. And I was in a 5-year relationship, and this relationship was very, very long, but it was full of struggles, full of everything, and I wouldn't even give it up. When I saw, you see, if it was me right now, when I saw the right moment when he fucking, like we started arguing and all that, I should have left it. But I kept going because all I desired was long term. But instead, I didn't realize that all I needed to do is work on my self love, the codependency, let it go, and, grow this pain out of this person that originally hurt me. So, me attracting the same kinds, I started attracting the same kind, and it's because I did not heal. So, healing is very important. And, sometimes we experience the same exact events. And the reason why we do is because we need to learn our lessons of self love, self value. And that's one of the things that, in the spiritual realm, you need to learn. And it's not like you're forced to learn in a quick way, but be advised that there's consequences. You're always going to experience the same things. So this is why this topic is very sensitive to me, because I also went through emotional abuse. Um, I was used for my own personal gains and all that stuff. They used me, and it's very painful. It's very painful, very extremely painful. And being used is not something that is cool, because sometimes we use our heart so much that we give away too much, but get nothing in return, and then we ignore those red flags, and then when we end up like that, without any money, without nothing, they walk away from you, and that's what my best friend did. He actually had a girlfriend, got a girlfriend, and dipped on me, I don't care the fact that I honestly don't care about the fact that he got a girlfriend. What kills me is that back then, when I was like in my 20s, I told him I wanted to date him. And he put so many excuses, like, oh, I don't date long distance. Oh, this and this and that. But this chick is long distance, So, like, why would you say some lie like that, And then you got the balls to say, oh, it's not, this has nothing to do with you. Dude, give me a break. We all know that you did this because you did it before. Okay? You did it before. It's not the first time. And this is the reason why I never gave you the chance to actually date you or even do the effort. I'm going to visit you because you want to pay for the trip for me to go over there. I'm not the man. I'm not going to go over there and see you. Why can't you why can't you be a man and actually come to the girl when you have your freedom to even come over here? You know damn right that you are free to do that. You got your little income from the stream. Don't even tell me that you can't spend, like less than 100 something dollars to come to Boston. You know how cheap is the freaking Chicago fucking shit during the times that is not holidays? And you can't even do that for me? Okay, how would you expect me to even be interested in you? How can I open my heart to you like that? We stay friends. But my mistake is, that I let him be my friend when I should have walked away. And it was very painful because he was my best friend for 11 years, and it's still painful. And then other people did the same shit. They left me alone with my business, not even help out, not even do charity. I'm a charitable person. I'm always shopping on other people's freaking shit just to help, you know? I'm always treating everyone with goodness. Why can't I receive the same treatment, you know? And I don't accept the same treatment from these people. It's just that I give too much to the people, and we have to set our boundaries. And this is the reason why I need my time being alone for a while. I'm in introspection right now. I need time for myself and time to help, the world, try to inspire everyone, because honestly, this is not good. A lot of people are experiencing death and all kind of shit. Even celebrities that I knew, like from when I was a kid, they're killing each other and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's why I check up on celebrities, because honestly, they're human beings like everyone else. I always check up on them and comment once in a while, even if they don't even answer back, because in the end, they're human beings. And I always see them as regular human beings. Maybe I'm weird because I don't treat celebrities like a celebrity. I always treat them more like kind of like a friendship that I can create and just talk to them, because honestly, they're still human beings. I'm not going to be, I mean, yes, I'm a fan of Aaron Carter and the Backstreet Boys, but I'm not going to be freaking going all up in their ass, stalking the shit out of them. Oh my God, this is celebrity. Da-da-da-da. I'm already 32 years old. I'm not going to be doing all that shit now. When I was younger, I have to admit, I was like that. Yelling and screaming over a poster. Ooh, it's Aaron Carter. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, yes, it's Aaron Carter. Now I'm like, yes, it's Aaron Carter. I'm glad he's doing good. He's my inspiration. And that's what I do. I don't be going crazy and being obsessive and going into his shit 24/7. Like, dude, no. I check up on him just to see if he's doing fine. And then I leave. So, um, I was always on Twitch, and everyone knew that I love Aaron's party, and they will always go on there and just freaking, like put the song for me and all that shit, like Aaron's party. Like all the time, I was always like that. So that's my joy. And, you know, I was always there. And, this person, my best friend, he would, he made a remix of Aaron's party. And, um, because I was already feeling sad due to the fact that no one values me. And which I appreciate that, but I just don't appreciate the fact that he took advantage of me and didn't even do any charity when I asked for you to freaking help me out with my art supplies. But then you're saying you don't have any money when you're giving money to everyone except your best friend. Don't call me your best friend if you're gonna be acting like that, because it's clear you're not my best friend. So I am my own best friend. I chose to be my own best friend. I don't believe in best friends, honestly. I don't even believe in the love that people try to tell me or any of that shit. The only love that I believe is the one that I feel right now, and the love that I feel about myself and about my favorite celebrities, that's not gonna change just because some dumbasses are fucking betraying me. I can't take it out on them. There's nothing I mean, they didn't do it to me. It's fucking one person. So, maybe one of them hurt me, but you know, I am a very forgiving person. I just don't tolerate when you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's one of the things that piss me off. So people take advantage of my forgiveness, and this is the reason why I always used to end up in grudges. So, karmic relationships really taught me my self value, my self love, and to appreciate those that are always there for you. Because if it wasn't for them, there you wouldn't even be where you're at. And one of the things that I also learned from this situation, because I also had a karmic link with my best friend. Um, I mean, it was a friendship karma. It was mostly friendship karma, but it's all good. Yeah, one of the things I learned was that we need to, set our boundaries. Sometimes we're just so kind that we just give too much and we're too pleasing, and we're not this is not our role. Even celebrities that are super duper famous and singers, actors, whatever, they're people, they're there to inspire. They're not there to please people. They're there to inspire. And unfortunately, like a lot of them, they just don't get the same treatment and they just want to please people just to keep the fans and blah, 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 blah. It's not about keeping the fans, it's about freaking inspiring people. Use your inspiration, use your spirit to inspire. Be positive about the world and everything around you. Be positive that you're breathing right now. Because honestly, at this state, the way I feel, if it was back then, I would want to freaking kill myself right now. And honestly, I realized that if I do that, I'm not going to solve anything. The pain is still going to be there, And the thing is that you need to do is end the cycle of pain, end the cycle of these toxic people, end the karmic relationship that you're dealing with, and don't even go back. Because in the end of the day, there's plenty of people that probably loves you and you're not even seeing it, you know? And that's one of the things I learned from unrequited love. Sometimes people don't even notice how much you love them due to the fact that they're blind from the truth. And this has nothing to do with you. This has something to do with the person that they need to heal. And if they, um, that's their issue. It is what it is, but you gotta speak your fucking truth. Tell them what you gotta say, and period. And sometimes, sometimes it's very painful to just keep, most of the time, it's painful to keep your feelings to yourself. Because when I used to do that and not even speak up, I was super aggressive and angry. I would just pick up whatever comes into my hand and just throw it out there. I would freaking not even care. And this is not the person that I want to be. This is the person that I want to overcome. My dad used to be very violent. I don't want to copy the exact same thing he used to do. So, me knowing that I have that trait of being this angry, I realized that what you need is just to relax, let go of the freaking anxiety sometimes, and just chill and bring joy in your life. Like me right now, I'm drinking Bailey's right now. Like, I feel pain, yeah, but what can I do? I'm able to express it, but will people will look at it that way? They're not gonna understand. They don't know what's going on in my heart. They just know what I say, but they really don't feel what I feel. And it's impossible to know how another person feels, because if you don't ask or even talk about it or even just ignore the person, this is what leads to silence. And I've always been a person that I never express myself, because every time I come up and tell them the truth about how I feel, they always end up running away from me. And I got tired of it. You know, I got tired of it. If you can't understand my feelings, I'm never going to understand why are you running. And this running shit is like annoying, because This is why I never liked the twin flame situation, because it's a running and chasing cycle that you need to cut off. And you don't need to be running away from the truth, you know? And instead of running from the truth, you face your truth and just admit it, you know? And that's what I experienced. And people don't even want to face their truth, you know? And you can't claim truth if you're not even seeing the truth, you know? If you're not seeing the truth and you're just imagining the truth or whatever's in your head, um you're not really seeing the truth. You're not seeing clarity of what the situation is. And this is what leads to judgment. I am one of the people that was judged for cheating. I was, you know who I was? I was just like falling in reverse, the popular monster. And this is why I love this song so much. I love Popular Monster. And you know why? Because whenever he says, I'm a cheater, I'm a liar, like, dude, that's me. Because they always accuse me of all this when they don't even take the time to ask me, Diana, are you okay? Like, are you hiding something? What is going on with you? Like, you know, just sit down, be patient, be, you know, if I say I'm not ready, please respect it, you know, like stuff like that. No, they just want to come up to you and accuse you and fucking bitch. And honestly, this is why my last relationship is over, and they don't want to fucking ask or whatever. But whenever I do that to them, they like, are you okay? Are you hiding something? I'm actually feeling that they're hiding something. And then they're just like, no, I'm okay. Like, dude, we all know you're not okay. And you know, if you're not ready to talk about it, just tell the person, you know. And that's one of the things that why I don't want to be in a relationship with people right now. It's the wrong time, one. It's not even the right time. And you know, as much as I want a relationship that's long lasting, um the hard part is to actually look for the right one, and the one that actually understands your emotions. But you know, right now I'm in a situation that I just want to be alone right now, and I need time to heal. I need time to heal. I don't think I'll be ready to date anyone at all right now. And during Corona is going to be even worse. But you know, like I'm still open for love, because there's a specific person that I love, and unfortunately, you know, like I'm having a hard time, you know, letting him go, and due to unrequited love. And I never let go of that person, and I'm trying to let it go, but it doesn't work. So now I'm just accepting it right now, and I'm just letting go of the I'm mainly letting go of my past, you know, with that person. And it's one of the things that are very difficult to overcome. And, um, you know, like my choice, I already made my choice that, you know, I don't want to start over again with someone that I don't love and then try to grow that love, because I already did for 5 years. And if it didn't grow that the same way, out of all the people, if I have to choose, I'll just stay myself and just be a freaking fangirl. Because honestly, I mean, I don't even like the fact that I can't love other people. You know, I try to open up, but it's just not the same, you know. And I feel like I just need to be by myself because of that. And I decided to I do have a I know I have a lot of potential freaking lovers or whatever. And honestly, I'm not really into them. What I'm into is the person that I actually love. And it's so hard for me to let them go. But it is what it is. I just have to heal the pain of unrequited love. And just go with the flow with life and just do keep staying on the right path where I'm at. I'm still doing counseling people with my I'm still gonna do counseling for people. I'm still gonna be talking about it. I'm gonna be talking about different topics, relationships, families, and all kind of stuff. I'm thinking of talking about a different topic next week, and it's not gonna be karmics. It's gonna be mostly on like certain spiritual stuff that I've learned about patience and all that kind of stuff that is very important. And when you're not patient with someone and, like tell them to give them a chance and stuff like that. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you. mm. Ma, that shit was good. Mm. Mm. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell to the yeah. This shit is good. Fuck that. Fuck karmic relationships. It's about time to eat some fucking tacos in here. Shit. I mean, it has a lot of grease, damn it. This shit was good. That boy good. Good and terrible. Okay, so if anyone seen the movie Coming to America, I'm always joking about that shit. Cause I'm always watching that fucking episode. That freaking specific skit is what makes me laugh. About Coming to America. And then the part when he's singing about it makes me laugh. Cause he's like singing and everyone is like, it's so bad. Sexual chocolate. Oh my god. So yeah, when I was a little girl, um, out in the fourth grade, I had to learn some lyrics for my graduation in New York. And it's funny because the one from Coming to America, Greatest Love of All, was one of them that I had to learn. And I learned it pretty quick. All the kids were having a hard time learning those lyrics. And I was like the only one who actually knew the whole entire song without listening to the song yet. But everyone remembered the other three songs, the one with the American flag one. Um and then the other one that we had to learn was I Believe I Can Fly. So I couldn't hardly remember the one from I Believe I Can Fly, but Greatest Love of All, I actually remembered it. The whole entire thing. And funny thing is, when you look at the lyrics and you see the verses, actually, Greatest Love of All is harder, but I Believe I Can Fly is actually easier. So I always was good with the harder lyrics. So I used to take piano lessons when I was like little because my piano teacher always used to play the piano, and it was like that's why I love piano. I always love watching people play the piano. I think is awesome because I used to do that when I was a little girl, and my teacher, my music teacher, was always playing this was in elementary school. She was always playing the piano. I never touched the piano before like that. But he was always playing some random songs and just sing-alongs and stuff like that. He was my favorite freaking teacher. Like honestly, his name was Mr. Wait, what was his name? Mr. Wellington. He was the best teacher in the freaking world. And I went to PS 98 when I was a kid. And if anyone out there was born between 89 and 88, you guys who, from New York and you went to PS 98, you will know who was Mr. Wellington. You will know who was Mr. Marcus. You will know the principal. His name was Mr. Marcus. And you will know all of these teachers. And there were awesome teachers. I honestly learned a lot in PS 98. It was one of the good schools in Manhattan. So I actually went to a good school. And that school was I learned a lot of things that I did not learn here. I was learning about the Titanic before the Titanic movie came out. I already knew about the story because they taught it when I was in, I believe, second or first grade. I learned that. I took geography, like National Graphic and stuff like that. I was used to do experiments with science. I love doing experiments. And my experiments are always weird and creepy because when I was 7 years old, I was always like making up some shit. Or sometimes I make up stories that were freaking funny, hilarious. And then, I had to be very creative when I was a kid. So, this is why I really love I really love talking about my childhood because I had a really freaking good time in my childhood when I was in New York. And I was full of love. Everyone loved me. Like I was always there. And I had friends that were two boys and they would fight over me, which was insane because they were freaking siblings. And um it was like the best experience ever. I grew up with them as a kid, but unfortunately we don't talk to each other because they just don't communicate with me anymore. Don't know what's the reason. They ignore me when I send messages, so fuck it. I don't give a shit. But they are the reason why when I moved to Massachusetts I was depressed because I lost my friends, my best friends, and everyone. And I was loved there. Everybody loved me. I was popular. But when I came here, mm-mm, they didn't even accept me. So I was always getting bullied and all kind of shit. And then when I became Aaron Carter's fan, I was bullied even more. And um, it's like sucks. No freedom for nothing. Like I couldn't have freedom to like what I wanted. It was driving me nuts. I wanted to drop out from fucking high school, and my mom did not let me drop out. I was gonna drop out and take the GED, and she forced me to go to school, and this is why I don't like school because I fucking hate it. Um, I don't like school. Um, I don't like school because of the fact that especially school in Massachusetts, like they care too much about the person. They don't care about the person's efforts. They just care about the brain, the mind, but they don't care about the person's efforts. They just care more about, oh, you gotta have A's and B's. Like, dude, no, not everyone got that ability to have A's and B's and all this kind of shit. I've had A's and B's before, but that was in high school, and that's because I was doing better. But then I got depressive and I just didn't feel like getting honor rolls and all that shit. But um karmic relationships are also what contributed me to going through a deep depression and not even care about myself. And It kind of sucked because I really, really, really was the type of person that would always dress up, look cute, go to New York, travel, and all kind of stuff. And even that I lost, because I started having money issues and all kind of shit. Like when I was younger, I used to hustle. Like I used to always like try to make money out of something. Like I would babysit. I would try to apply for freaking after school programs or some shit like that. But my mom wouldn't let me have a regular job because of my seizures. But like I was always hardworking. I was always doing my own thing, and it sucks that being on disability is just fucking suck. You have restrictions on everything. You can't even have more than $2,000 in your bank account. Like, dude, it's ridiculous. You can't do anything. So, I'm trying to free myself from this by owning my own business and just handle the situation. And even then, I can't even make money on what I do. And it's like, it's tough. And I just have to learn that my limitations, I have to learn that I can't always get what I want at the time that I want it. So, one of the lessons that we all need to learn is that money is not everything. I have my own income, and to be honest with you, I'm able to afford it without the business. I'm actually able to afford a little bit of money. It's just I'm unhappy with that because I don't want to just sit around and just be on disability and just let money come to me like that. Like I don't want to be a codependent. And it sucks, due to my health. I have a health issue with my freaking emotions, depression, and fucking anxiety. I have PTSD. And when I get really stressed, sometimes I get angry, and I've been working hard on that. And, like a lot of people experience this. And that's another thing. Anxiety triggers when you're in a karmic relationship, it turns into a very abusive situation that you just need to get out of it. Um, I got out of it. I freed myself from all that because I'm the type of person that, I am such a strong person that it's easy for me to let it go and just not even give a shit, even if I'm suffering. I rather suffer and just let it go. But for the first time in my life, I wasn't able to let go of this person that I love so much. And I know he knows who I am. I know he knows already. So I'm not able to I'm having a hard time to just move on into another relationship. And I've been like this since a long time ago. And I've been single for like 3 years now. And due to this person, and I'm just gonna stay single until I heal and continue my journey. I already decided I might stay by myself for the rest of my life. I mean, you know, um, I already made plans for that. And honestly, even if I end up alone, um, it's gonna suck, but I'm brave enough to do it. I don't like being alone, but I'm gonna have to face it. And one of the things I learned is that aloneness is actually a good thing for you because you start realizing who you are as a person, what you want, and also your abilities. You could discover abilities that you don't even know. And these are opportunities. This aloneness that I'm experiencing, it's due to the fact that, I'm letting go of the old shit. I'm letting go of karmic links. I'm letting go of people that does not value me. And it feels lonely, but sometimes you gotta bear with it because the loneliness is all in your mind. We're never alone. We're never alone, and I say this because most of us, we all have a soulmate, and those soulmates are already in us. We need to have more time with ourselves, have some time to think positive, open to love, and never close off. Because if you close off, you're not going to be abundant enough to receive what you desire, you know. So I learned that I need to open up to love, but at the same time, you need to, like, set some boundaries if you have to, but not boundaries that is going to hurt the other person, but just let the person know, the process of the situation. And honestly, I just think that every relationship need to take it slow, because if you don't take it slow, it's not going to stay long enough. And I mean, you have to take as much time as you can. And when you're ready, you're ready. If you're not ready, you're not ready. So it is what it is. I already experienced all this crap, and I really don't want to go through what I just went through. I don't want to go through any of the events that I went through for the past 3 years, 4 and 5 and 6 years. No, no. I am done. So this is why I'm by myself, and I will continue staying by myself. um any love offers that new people that want to freaking date me, I'm not dating you during corona unless you're someone, like, I don't know, that important to me, like super duper important to me, and like a concert of Aaron Carter, some shit like that. That's That's the only one. That's the only thing I give a shit about right now. To be honest with you, I prefer being a fucking fangirl than date these motherfuckers, because honestly, they're not. It's a waste of time. So, oh my god, I'm freaking dying. Yo, for real. I'd rather just fucking date myself and go to a concert like I did a couple of years ago when I met Aaron Carter. I'd rather date myself than fucking deal with these fucking douchebags in this freaking world. And I honestly prefer being a fangirl, no joke. There's nothing better than that shit. Oh my god. Yeah, but there's nothing better than that shit, shoot. That's joy right there. Shoot. If I had the chance to even go to a concert, I'd tell my friend, yo, let's go to a Backstreet Boy concert. Shit, I'm going next year. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. She's going with me. She got her freaking kidney. I'm celebrating too. She got her kidney because next year I know Corona needs to be over. Next year, we're going to have a freaking blast. I don't give a damn. She needs to come with me. We made a pact together that we were going to see the Backstreet Boys and Aaron Carter together. And it's going to happen. It's going to freaking happen. Um, so to all the bodyguards that treated me like shit that day, or those times I went to the concert, y'all can go fuck yourselves. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm going to see my favorite celebrity. So if you got a fucking problem, you can go stick this up your ass. This is what's gonna happen. Because I don't give a shit. Um, Yes, that's what's gonna happen. If you bug the shit out of me, of looking at me weird and shit, someone's gonna get cursed out. Cause I'm not gonna put up with that shit. And cause I pay for this shit. If I pay and I put money on service, why do I need to get treated like this? No. I don't need to get treated like fucking bullshit. Like I'm shit. Dude, I have a VIP ticket. I don't need to get treated like that. Do you know what VIP stands for? Very important person. Why did I get treated like I'm not a very important person, dude? The title is VIP. I've been VIP all my fucking life. Even in IMVU, I was VIP. So what the hell? Paying for VIP to get treated like shit? Fuck you. I'm gonna get fucking treated like a customer and as a very important person, just like everyone that buys the very important person ticket. Even the general tickets, you need to treat people like freaking people, okay? Unless the person treats you like shit or talks shit about you. Yeah, you got the right to speak up and say, hey, why are you talking about me like that? That's disrespectful. But biggest disrespect is when you pay for your freaking ticket for VIP and then you get treated like you're not a very important person. Like, dude, what's the point of VIP? Change that shit to RIP, rest in peace. So yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna be dealing with this fucking shit. I'm not dealing with none of this shit. And the funny thing is, the funny thing is that that's my damn joy. And everybody's trying to fucking give me restriction on what I do and what shit I need to do. Like, dude, this is my joy when I was a kid. Why are you trying to tell me what to fucking do when I pay for this shit? Dude, if I pay out of my pocket some shit and nobody freaking pays for it, why do I need people telling me what to do? No, you don't. So people out there experiencing assholes freaking bodyguards to all the fans of a celebrity, please don't let these fuckers treat you like shit. Cause the next time I go, I will flip out. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna curse them out. And I'm not gonna shut up. I don't care if I get arrested. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, to be honest with you, I stopped being scared of jail. I stopped being scared because you know what? Right now, guess what? I'm making Aaron's party merch and I don't give a shit. I'm still going to keep doing it. And I don't make a t-shirt. You know why? Because that's disrespecting him. Because he's selling his t-shirts. But the hoodie, the cell phone cover, I'm making a coffee mug and I'm going to buy that shit soon. I don't give a shit. Because this shit, I'm going to start drinking it in that mug. Aaron's freaking party. Because that's what I deserve right now. Some fucking pain today is like ridiculous. I just can't. I just fucking can't deal with this fucking pain anymore. But you know what? Teaching other people about the karmic ties and all that stuff, like, it's very healing. It's very like oh my god, it's very freaking, it's my cure. That's why I'm talking about Aaron's party, so I can just laugh and fucking have joy right now, because that shit is the so guys, so yeah, anyone okay, I'm laughing at my own fucking joke right now. So yeah, it's not even a joke, it's just joy right now. I need a freaking laugh. And I'm getting my ass drunk with this shit. So anyway. Oh my god. Anyways, I have to laugh. Because when you get treated like shit, this is what I call karmic too. Karma, when people treat you like shit, that's karma. Karma is what oh my god. So yeah, I was dealing with some karmic issue when I went to Aaron Carter's concert. Oh my god. Just because I used to treat people like shit back in the days, because I was so angry at people. I got what I deserved, but it's all good. I take it again. But it's all good. I'll go with my friend the next time. Let's see if my friend goes. Let's see how I get fucking treated. Hopefully I don't get treated like shit the next time. Cause man, I didn't go to his concert online because that shit is not the same. In person is so much fucking better. I had a blast better than fucking online shit. And not only that, I needed some time for myself because of my emotions. They're not very good. And I don't want to, like, say things or mean things. So I rather just have some alone time and deal with the situation that I did not go. Because honestly, I don't like online concerts. It's not the same as in person. And, like, whatever joy you guys have or whatever, like, if you guys have a lot of joy, whatever you guys like, that's what you guys need to do. That's the reason why I used to go to concerts a lot, because that was my freaking joy. I was looking for my inner child again. And people keep thinking that I'm there for whatever reason they think. No, I was there for my joy. And people don't understand that shit. People just want to think whatever comes in their head. But that's not my fucking problem. That's their problem. And man, I hate them when freaking lips get dry like that, man. I put lipstick and all kind of shit and I still deal with this. Like, dude, every winter I deal with this shit. This chapstick shit. No matter how much lipstick or chapstick I put on, I'm still dealing with it. Anyways, so yeah, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. If you're a very important person, you don't need to be dealing with that shit. A very important person doesn't mean that you need to be a celebrity or a freaking actor or actress or something like that. A very important person is that you're someone important that no one sees. So that's just how the story goes. And I've been drinking um the same cup for a while now. This is Bailey's. And honestly, Bailey's is addictive. Bailey's is addictive. This is the rum that I love the most. I drink Bailey's. Or Black Label, but I stopped drinking those kinds because they're too strong and I take medicine, so I take Bailey's. I drink Bailey's sometimes. Like, I haven't drank Bailey's in years, since I was like 21. So I stopped drinking rum and all that because the last time I got so sick that, oof, I threw up almost everything. And I didn't really want to get drunk like that anymore. So I just, drink once in a while. And this is the first time because it's Halloween and I'm going to celebrate Halloween. I don't give a damn. Even if I don't have a costume, I don't give a freaking damn. I'm still going to celebrate it because that's my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. And I'm hoping my picture does not fall on Halloween like last year. Look, guys, that picture up there. Oh, where the hell is it? Those are my freaking. Okay, that picture right there, Aaron Carter's. Yeah, that shit fell on Halloween. And it has a heart on it. So, yeah. Um, that picture literally fell when I was sleeping, which was very creepy. And I'm just hoping it doesn't fall off again. And it was some weird shit because that picture I took it when I was 30 and now I'm 32. So like that when that shit fell upward instead of slamming in the front. And when I look at it, it had the shape of a heart. And it's so weird, you know. It's very weird. But I think I did that by accident because when I was sleeping, I was having like a nightmare, some kind of shit. And I was crying in my dream. And when I wake up, I saw like wet water. It's like a wet water heart on it. And it's fucking weird as hell, you know. Paranormal activity in here. Shit. Paranormal activity is not the first time that happens. It used to happen with my posters. it used to fall off my fucking wall. Like, dude, why the same fucking poster keep falling off? And I'm like looking at that shit. I'm like, yo, this shit looks creepy as shit. It's like the poster staring at you right now. Like, is it a ghost? And then I realized, like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep this poster on the wall. It probably doesn't want it there. And I was forced to put it on my freaking binder. So I was like carrying Aaron Carter everywhere. So I had no freaking choice. And then the rest was on the wall like nothing. I'm like, wow, what kind of shit is that? And it actually formed the same type of heart too. Kind of like a heart shape. And it keeps happening over and over again. I'm already used to that shit. So, I mean, sometimes it could be my emotions doing that because I'm a very spiritual person. I mean, when I was like a couple of years ago, I used to pop the bulbs, um, the light bulbs when I was extremely angry, and I would get extremely angry, like extremely angry. I would pop them without even touching it. And the freaking computer would just go haywire. I was like, oh my God, I need to control my emotions because I'm ruining electronics. I'm ruining everything that I use. I can't be doing this shit. Like, my keyboards just stopped working. Like, when I got upset, like last year, and the keyboard still don't work. Like, only the letters work on my Chromebook, but the only numbers, this is the coincidence. The only numbers that work is 6 and 7. 6 and 7. I was like, are you serious? Only 6 and 7 works. But the rest of the numbers don't work. And I didn't spill anything at all. So, like 6 7 is funny because 6 7 um it reduces to 17, and 17 reduces to 8, and that's my personality. So number 8 is mainly about material stuff, like your material side of you. It also means transformation, and it also means changes, or big major changes or imbalances or balance in general. And it also represents your subconscious. So your subconscious mind is number 8, and that's my personality, number 8. My soul number is number 2 because of my birthday, and my life path is a 4. 4/13. So that means number 13 is in my life, and is a very tough life, because the 13 in your life, or whatever. What, mommy? Ma, what? I thought you called me. I heard Diane. You said Diane. I heard it very freaking clear. Unless I'm drunk. She just said. My mom is some shit, man. She's so funny. Oh my God. When you have a parent that is always calling you, and then you hear anything you hear, you just hear Diane, because you're so yo, I be hearing my cat too. Like, what the hell? I be hearing that shit. Like, dude, why are you freaking calling me? And then when I go there, I didn't call you. Like, oh my God, I'm freaking hearing shit, and I'm not. And I'm not even freaking fully drunk. That's what cracked me up. I'm just tipsy. But anyways, so yeah, like ah Anyways, um, what was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my god. This lady, man. Like, she keeps calling me so much that, like, I'm so used to my mom calling me so much, like, Diane, Diane. Like, she speaks Spanish, so it's like, I speak Spanish too, because my name is Dianes in Spanish, actually. That's my name, Dianes. And my name was made from Diana and Ines. So, Diana and Irene. So my name's Diana Irene together, and that's my name. And she keeps calling me Diana. Yo, when I hear that shit, oh my god, I'd be like, damn, this woman, like, she just don't stop calling me for everything. Like, oh, I need help on this. Like, old people always need help because they don't understand how to use their freaking phones. So I have to do everything, and like, it sucks. I'm like, Mom, what will happen if I'm not here? Like, what are you gonna do? Who you gonna ask help? She just be like, well, you're here now. And I'm like, Mom, you need to like learn how to freaking at least do something. And she's just super duper codependent, and it drives me insane. And knowing that she's a freaking Aries sign, oh my god, she has Aries and a moon Libra. Jesus Christ. Annoying as hell. I can't deal with fire signs. I can't deal with no more fire signs. My mom is a fire sign. She's an Aries, impatient as fuck, driving me nuts. When I'm slow and I'm doing things taking my time, hurry up. I'm like, dude, don't rush me. and then like my sister, she's a Sagittarius. And my sister is the type of person that she's always laughing about life and shit, but she's super duper codependent. And then she's like, I don't know, like, she's so different from me. And then my niece, which is her daughter, she's also Sagittarius. That girl has moon Scorpio, and oh, she's so emotional. Like, back in the days, I used to say that she was ugly just to hear her cry. I was joking all the time about that because she would always be like bothering me. Like, she would always say, oh, like asking me random questions. Like, what's this? What's that? Why? 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 And then one day I'm like, because I was like 15 years old or 14. And I was like, you're ugly. And then she just started crying. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And I used to laugh because I used to scare her all the time. She's a freaking scary person. And freaking love my niece. We grew up together, and she's like my little sister. Um, Actually, her birthday is in another 2 months. Um, she's gonna be 22. I'm a very young aunt, and she just like, she just used to make me laugh. We used to go on the camera and just dance and do all kind of shit. I used to dress her up, and she used to dance in the camera. Like, I used to have a video of her when I was like younger. Her dancing to Shakira and all kind of shit. So like, she was so freaking hilarious. So mind you, that's the reason why I laugh when I hear I want candy, because she used to be like, about, I think she was like 1 year old or 2 years old. And one day I was singing it, right? I was like, I want candy. And then all of a sudden she was like, I want candy. I was like, what the hell? She's freaking hilarious. I was like, yo. And then she wanted to keep repeating the song over and over again because we were jumping on the bed. Like, oh my God, we had so much fun. Yeah, so much fun. I used to get along, like, I used to really, really be close to my niece, and we still are, but she just moved like a couple of years ago, and she's in Wisconsin, and she's engaged. Um, she's engaged, and she has a little brother, and he wants to be a gamer. And I was trying to collab with him on Twitch, but his parents are very strict, and he was doing a lot of like bad things, so I couldn't do it with him. But hopefully when he gets older, and I hope he's a better kid when he's older, because he is terrible, hyper ass shit, asking questions. Oh, drives you nuts. So I have a 12-year-old nephew, and I have a niece that is 22. And I was a very young aunt. I was only 10 years old when my niece was born. And I was very happy because I was the youngest freaking child. And all of a sudden, whoo, I have a niece. So, there's like a lot of things going on. And like a lot of people, like, like they don't understand like what joy is really. Like, they don't understand that all this was like my life, my joy. So it's different because my joy is different from this generation's. This generation, if they don't have a PlayStation or a freaking Nintendo or internet, they're miserable. Well, me, I used to be the opposite. I used to get bored of the same thing and just create my own like stuff because I couldn't afford video games, I couldn't afford any of that. So I used to be very, very, very creative. And this is why I'm like very creative. I create things like even like relationships. This is the thing. So you can avoid karmic relationships and all that stuff. Like once you work on your self-love, to maintain a relationship, you need to be super duper creative because after a couple of years, like there's some relationship that they just die off. That's where the cheating goes. That's where all the I don't love this person anymore, because in the first place this person was supposed to be someone that you grow with and move on. And sometimes we just change, but when you meet the right person that grows with you is a different story. um it's a different story. You understand the person. You're not gonna let them go like that. But one of the things that contribute a lot of divorces and a lot of that, one is the rushing. Two is the fact that you're not creative. You have to be very practical in a relationship. It's a lot of work and nobody wants to work. And you know, everyone expects love, but they don't want to work for it. And to be honest with you, to maintain a relationship so it could be fun, joy, and stuff like that, you have to be super duper creative. And a lot of people just don't use it, and they end up going through that stage about, oh, they cheated on me, da 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 da. You're supposed to be freaking joy. This is joy, dude. It's freaking joy. So, if you're doing the same routine, don't let love be our routine. That's one of the things I always say, that don't let, because I got that from a song from reggaeton. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Spanish reggaeton. Like I was addicted to that type of music because it's the beat that I was addicted that I was addicted to. When I stopped listening to Aaron Carter, because I used to get very emo about it, when I used to hear it, I used to cry. Um, I started listening to reggaeton to cover that up. So I used to be with that shit every single day. So I was like playing the music. I was playing the music loud as hell. And my mom would constantly, shut that music off, it's so loud. Turn that shit down. And I'm like, Mom, I can't hear it. I gotta hear it loud. I can't hear it low because it's not fun. And she would literally be like bitch about it. So what I used to do is shut it off. But when she was at work or just not at the house, whew, that was the freaking loudest music I would ever do because whoo, I'm guilty of using LimeWire. I know I'm guilty. But see, the thing is, funny thing is that I used to use LimeWire only for reggaeton. But like my favorite celebrities, I never used LimeWire for because I always said, I love my favorite celebrities. I'm not gonna be taking music and stealing and all that shit with them. No. But I have to admit, I took freaking I had like over freaking 5,000 songs in my freaking computer and I was DJing. So DJing was good. And I used to record the CDs and everything. But like it became illegal to do that. So I mean, I don't really enjoy doing it anymore. Like honestly, I don't even do it. I'd rather just pay for Spotify or Amazon. I have Amazon Music, and I think it's three times better than LimeWire. I mean, even though they did get sued for that, but I'm guilty of using LimeWire. 5,000 freaking songs, over 5,000 songs that I was freaking DJing on the computer, and I had people come over my house because I had all these new songs coming out ahead of time, and I already had them. And everyone's like, what's that song? I never heard that song before. Yeah, bitch, I go to freaking Puerto Rico. Freaking in Puerto Rico, it comes out first. So I already had it. And it was insane. So, like, this kind of stuff is joy, like, is joy. I love music. I love listening to music. I used to listen to music even in school when I had my CD player. I mean, we didn't have no iPod, so I used to have my CD player playing even when the teacher was talking because I was so bored. Like, school was never fun for me. And I was the type that either I would fall asleep with music in my ears or I would listen to it and sing and dance to it, or I would just go to sleep again over and over again. And like I don't know, like I don't like sitting in school for 3 and 4 hours, in the same freaking class and listening to people talking for 4 straight hours. Like I had a 4 hour freaking class for English, and I don't even like English. Like speaking is different because I took public speaking and I was like very nervous, but it was like a music thing. Like I had to learn a couple of things about music because the public speaking